This cat survived an earthquake. This little donkey was stolen, and they found this dog 1,100 miles away from home. Fortunately, all of these and other animals were reunited with their owners, and their reunions were very touching. The lost dog returned home, and just look at the emotions of the girl who thought she would never see her pet again. This girl's parents organized a meeting between her and her beloved horse after 8 years apart, and here is her reaction.
I promised you I'd make it happen.
Animal control officers found and returned a lost dog to its owners. An enraged bull was ready to attack a crowd of people, but then was met with the person who feeds it. The animal listened to the man and quickly calmed down. This is what a camel's love looks like towards its old owner, whom the animal hadn't seen for a while. After a fire in this family's house, their cat disappeared without a trace. It turned out that it was able to get out of the fire, but not without severe burns. Fortunately, some volunteers found the animal, brought it to the clinic, and found its owners, who were able to reunite with their pet after 4 months of searching. A dog named Buddy went missing after its owner had a heart attack. Kind people found the dog using surveillance cameras 1.5 miles from the house and brought it back to the owner, who did not expect to see Buddy ever again.
Just tell him I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
This goose missed the girl so much that it left a few bruises, but that's nothing compared to how much joy it brought her. Nobody has ever greeted this girl quite like this. And here's how monkeys greet the woman who saved their lives. Animals are always ready to give a hug to someone they love, whether it's a donkey or a parrot. This girl saved piglets back when they were newborn and took care of them until they grew up. And this is how much they adore her now. And this is the most affectionate flamingo in the world. Sea lions are undoubtedly very cute, but it's essential to remember that they are wild animals that don't usually interact with humans. So it's amazing to see how much they rejoice in meeting a diver and playing with him. This girl left the island for a couple of months and wasn't sure if her fish friend would remember her, but her worries were unfounded. A dog named Harley got lost in the forest, and its owner never thought she would see it again. Later, she moved to another state, and after a few years, she accidentally saw a photo of her dog on the internet. She drove 1,100 miles to hug her dog again.
Oh my gosh, so worth it.
If I had to encounter a python, I want it to be like this. Here you have to choose: Thanksgiving dinner or friendship with the turkey. Rescuers show people their pets found after an earthquake. This cat was found after an earthquake in Turkey and returned to the owners, moving the little girl to tears. This goose is so overjoyed to see the zoo director that it looks like its neck will be sore tomorrow. It knows how to choose friends. Friendship with a leopard is, of course, a significant risk, but it's worth it. Two piglets got attached to their person who saved them from death, and every time she comes to them, they try to get her to play with them. A happy reunion between a girl and her two dogs after 2 months of being apart. This diver befriended sharks, and they allow her to stroke them as if they were cats or dogs. A cute little lamb approached this girl and asked her to stroke it. There's a lot of love in this moment. A little penguin came up to a person to get some attention, and look at its reaction. This guy visited a lioness he raised from birth, but she didn't forget his kindness even when she grew up. The grandson brought his grandmother a cat she lost a week ago, and here's her reaction. This monkey noticed that someone had returned home, and when it realized that it was its best friend, a parrot accidentally flew outside in -6-degree weather, and its owner was very worried that she had lost her pet forever. She was so happy when it came home the next morning, safe and sound. Real friends always greet each other like this. Who else wants a kitten like this? This woman lost her cat, but after several years, she found it 400 miles away from home. Their joyful reunion took place at San Diego Airport, where volunteers brought the cat from Phoenix, where it had been living with another family. When they could no longer care for the animal, they turned to the animal shelter. The old owner was found using the microchip.
It's a Christmas miracle right now.
A man decided to sell his calf, but it came back and fell to its knees, begging the man not to part with it. Of course, the owner immediately changed his mind and never tried to sell it again.
Baby!
A touching encounter between a girl and a donkey. I had no idea that donkeys could purr.
Hi, buddy. I miss you. Hey, buddy.
This pig lives in an animal sanctuary, and this is how it greets its guardian. Full of gratitude for his kindness. The Ukrainian border patrol guard was wounded in the war, and while he was undergoing treatment, his service dog was in the dog training center so as not to lose its skills, but it missed its friend very much. The woman who raised this horse from a foal visited the farm to see it after several years, and the horse recognized her.
Oh my God.
Love you.
This is a reunion between a man and his beloved goat after a 2-week separation. This girl befriended a monkey during her travels, and when she returned to the same place 4 months later, the monkey recognized her and greeted her like they were best friends. Its mother died during childbirth, and so it grew up with dogs and other pets. Back when it was just a young gosling, this bird broke one of its legs, which was the reason why it got abandoned by its family. There is no way to know what would have happened if it weren't for this man on a boat. He took care of the goose until she was all grown up, and over time, they became best friends. Every day, Kyle the goose accompanied him by flying by his side. Furthermore, Kyle has introduced him to her boyfriend and later her baby. This cow is so attached to its owner that it comes to his window every morning to wish him a good day. These parakeets know how to lift the spirits of their human friend when he comes home from a hard day at work.
Flea bangs.
One of the reasons to get a prairie dog as a pet. This girl parted with her beloved horse and saw it only 6 months later. And their time apart lasted a whole 2.5 years. It's evident that the horse missed her owner as much as she did. A Capuchin monkey was brought to the airport to greet its owner, whom it hadn't seen for 2 months, and their reunion turned out to be very touching. This crocodile was delighted to reunite with a human, not because it was hungry, but because it genuinely missed its friend.
You gotta stop all that fighting.
This guy thought his dog wouldn't recognize him after a year of military service. But the opposite happened.
Oh my God.
Due to constant shelling, a Ukrainian village was evacuated, and this dog was left behind while its owners searched for suitable housing in the capital. But then the hydroelectric power station was blown up, and the village where the dog was staying was completely flooded. It got lost, but compassionate people managed to find it and return it to the owners after everything it had survived. This girl rescued a squirrel from a dog attack, and since then, the squirrel got really attached to her and became a beloved pet. This horse came home from a clinic, and this is how touchingly it greets all the other horses. A giraffe was so happy to see its human, it even gave him a kiss. When this little donkey was stolen, its owner began an active search, and finally they found it almost 40 miles away from the farm. A woman brought it home and returned it to its mother. A car crashed into this girl's fence, and when she returned, her beloved dog was gone. She searched for her pet for a long time, but later resigned to the fact that she would never see it again. After 2 years, she decided to adopt a new dog, and imagine her happiness when she saw her lost friend in a photo. They were happily reunited.
And I seen his smile when he started wagging his tail. So I go on the floor, I get down and get ready because I know he's gonna jump on me.
This man's neighbor brought him his cat, which she had been taking care of for 6 months while he was in the hospital. And this ended up being their last time together. This giraffe comes to the farm every few days to greet its human friend. This little monkey, now named Russell, did not expect to see its best friend return from a trip. That's true love. This girl played her part in the rescue of a lioness, and now they are inseparable. This zookeeper visited a Cody on its birthday after 4 months apart. Clearly, the animal enjoyed the surprise. This puppy is shivering and crying with joy at the sight of the owner who defends Ukraine. And this is a reunion of a girl and her missing cat. These koalas adore the zookeeper named Liz, and they always give her a hug when they see her.
You're so funny.
A white lion cub cuddles with the keeper like a little baby. For those who were on the fence about whether to get a puma, just look at this. Or this. Or this. Seeing the way this donkey smiles, hugging the girl, makes you want to smile too. This petite girl, just 5'1" tall, takes care of dozens of huge lions and tigers in South Africa. The tourists clearly did not expect such hospitality from a lion that climbed into their car and rubbed against each of them like a kitten.
Let's go.
Кто уже, скажи, тут знает, у кого очки куда делись?
The workers of these horse stables surprised their colleague who had to sell her beloved horse due to medical expenses she had to cover. They came together and bought it back for the new owners so that the woman could hug her horse once again. This piggy has a special way to greet the woman who raised it. This 21-year-old pet tortoise got lost and walked 3 miles to come back home. And this man is subscribed to our channel. That's why even bears love him. That's all for today. Let us know in the comments which moment you enjoyed the most. And meanwhile, we'll be preparing a new video for you.